Grand Rising family, how y'all doing? I want to welcome you to another episode of Max Crypto News, where we talk about these intangible coins at all times, family. Listen, if you're not subscribed to BitMax on YouTube, family, I need y'all to go to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell, so whenever I go live, you will get notified that I'm live and stay in touch, all right? So listen, family, I know right now a lot of people are worried about the market. A lot of people are scared shitless right now because the market has went down and it looked like it's no end in sight. So a lot of people feel like, is crypto dead? A lot of people have been texting me this. A lot of people have been inboxing me this today saying, is crypto dead? Is this the end of the crypto market, family? So I'm here to reassure you that it's not over with, family. And if you are enrolled in my crypto class, you know what I'm talking about. I already laid out what is going to happen, how it's going to happen, and it's playing out exactly like I showed you in the chart, right? So if you're not signed up for my crypto class, family, listen, you go to Anointed Hands. Let me pull it up for you. You go to my website, the website, and the link will be in the description, family. You can come to the website, click on collections, come down to online learning. Once you come to online learning, you click online learning and you click the cryptocurrency class. Here it is right here. It's $100. Family, take the class, get involved so you can start making money. All right, so let's jump right into this market, family, right? Because a lot of people is worried because the price had went down and they thought that Bitcoin was actually starting to go on a tear. But I caution folks that this was a short-term run. I said it was short-term. It wasn't going to last long because it was depending on the information, if the Fed raised the rates or not, and they didn't. They actually raised the rates, so I expected it to happen. What's happening, right? So you got Bitcoin at $16,875, Ethereum at $1,201. That's all we're going to talk about. I'm not going to show y'all everything, but we're going to jump right into this chart, family, right? And what I have right here, this is the one-day chart, family, right? So this is the one-day chart of Bitcoin. And in this one-day chart, I want to show you some things that I've been had on this chart. This is the one-day chart, right? So back in November, when we had this major crash, I said that once we came down, I drew this line. And I said it's a five-way structure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I drew this line, these lines right here, as indicators as to where we needed to come to bottom out before we actually took off because of FTX. And what FTX has done to this space is it basically has got Bitcoin doing something that it has never done before. Bitcoin is in uncharted territory. It has never done this before. As far as we have a low, and then we have the 13 and 34 day moving average cross. And once it crossed, usually the low is behind us. But for the 13 and 34 day moving average to cross, and for us to come back to another low, this has never happened before in history. This is the first time in Bitcoin history that this has happened. But we in uncharted territory, right? So this was my original thing where I said we have to come back down and we have to touch this again. Now, we was following the path. We was on it. We was moving perfectly according to it. We went up, we came down, we went up, but we had a major push up. This was short term and it took us off what I expected us to happen. So I feel like we still have to come back down and hit this moving average, family. And it is what it is. Like for a lot of people, you don't want to hear this, but I'm gonna just give y'all the truth, right? Those in my class, and y'all take the class, we get a little further into it. But and also you can see I predicted this. Look, I have the line. I said it's the trend line. We're going down. We went up. Look, we got real close to touching this line. We're gonna touch it. This is the one-day chart. I would not be surprised if we close today around $16,646. We have to touch this. this will finish the structure. But I'm not going to go deep into it because you need to take the class, right? But so when you look into this thing, because a lot of people is worried, man. Bitcoin is over with. And you have to understand that you have retail investors and you have whales. The whales are the one who move the market, family. So lately, what's been going on, we have the retail investors that have been moving the market, but the whales haven't been selling. And that is how you know that we're not ready to go off. Once the whales get involved and the whales start buying, that's when we're going to go. So look at this. You can look at this all day. Now, the last video I showed, y'all seen this right here. I let y'all see this. And I had predicted that we was going to move. That was a three-way. One, this is A, B, C, a three-way structure right here. Even in between this three-way structure, we have a bigger structure that we're going. Now, I'm going to change this for my students to let them see. But I already told them a little bit further where we was going to go. One up, how many down, y'all? If you're in the class, you know what I said, how it's going to happen. And just pay attention. It's following the structure lines, 100%, family, right? So we can see that the momentum is down. We're in a downward trend. Like this is down all day. A downward spiral, family, right? We hit this right here, 16,000. We got a little bit under. That was a little support, right? You can come over and see where we had hit this before. The same area was an area where we had went under it, but we went back up. You see? See, charts don't lie, but people lie. This is why I tell y'all to take the class, family. This is why I tell you to take the $100 so you know what's going on in this market. So don't let it surprise you. Now, I have to admit again, now, this is some uncharted territory that we're in because of what happened with FTX. But if you can see where we hit and we went under, right here. Y'all see that? I had this line drawn for a reason because the last time we hit it, we bounced and we moved, part of a structure. This was a three-way or ABC up. We coming down now. So we hit it. We got under it. We're going to have a little bounce, but we coming back down. I would tell y'all this. I'm not going to tell y'all a lot, but I'm going to tell you a little bit. Take the class. Pay that $100 and take the class if you're interested. If you ain't, but just know this. I give you this. We hit this. We went under it. We're going to bounce. We're going to bounce a little bit. I would not be surprised with our bounce because you see the 13-day has already caught up with the moving average. So now you got the 34-day moving average that's trying to catch up with it. But the 13-day has already caught up with it. So even in this bounce that we got where we touched it, like it's going to be small lived. We already done bounced back down. We're already coming back down off red already. So what is happening, y'all, is the whales is going to shake the retailers out, meaning that the whales is not going to start buying until they shake people out of this market, right? Now, how are they going to shake people out? We're going into a recession. We're heading into a recession. So right now, people are spending their savings. Next, they're going to max out the credit cards. Once they max out the credit cards, they're going to start selling their crypto. When they start selling it, the price is going to drop, and that's when the whales is going to buy. But I'm not going to tell y'all where it's going. Just know that the price is going down. And the whales will start buying, and then we're going to start back moving up. But this is why you need to take the class. But when you look at the fear and greed, the fear and greed index lets you know we at 29%. Look, this is fear. People are scared. Last month, there was extreme fear. We was moving up, but now we're in the middle of the month. People are fearful now. They fearful. So when you are fearful of the market, you're afraid. Once you get under here, the extreme fear, you start selling. That's why when you look at the market, it was a big sell-off. Now this is what's really serious is that. What's this, 1 hour? Because I'm gonna get out of here soon. We made another low. Like it's crazy when you can draw these lines and you can watch it do exactly what you said. But this was a low. And this was a low. And we done broke both these lows. This has never been done before, y'all. when you look at the we'll go back into the life of Bitcoin, and you get in the 1-day chart, and you go back to the last bull run, right? When you take this thing back into the last bull run, you can see some things, y'all. How before we went up, but this is the last bull run. But in between that bull run, before we had that bull run, this would be similar to where we at. Before we bottomed here and we took off, right? But what I was talking about is the Bullish Cross, something about that bottom that I'm gonna show you that is different about this one. Then I'm gonna get off because y'all getting too much information. You need to take the class. You see, we bottomed right here, and then the moving day average just crossed. We had the moving day average cross each other after we bottomed, and then we started moving up. And I can go back to the other bull run. Let's go back to the other one. 2018. We got the same thing that happened, right? And this is why I say it has never happened before. What is going on right now is new. So you can come back. Here we go right here. You can see the same thing happen again. Similar. Similar thing. Where we get the bottom, the moving day averages cross, but we never come back under it. We always kept going, even this one. Every time it's the same thing. We'll bottom out, right? Bottom out, boom, right here. Start moving up. The moving day averages crosses, but we never bottom out again. We never come back under that point. We keep going on the bull run. We never come back under, even here, when is this one and here. Once we done it here, we never came back under it. We always went up, family. This is the scary part about it. That's how you know we're in uncharted territory. But now you come to where we at right now. You come to where we at in the present, and it's scary because we bottomed out where most people thought it was the bottom. Let's get here. Let me show you. Show you what I'm talking about. Where we at? Let's get where we at. We in there. All right, here we go. So this is where it's get interesting because you can see that bottom. I'm gonna come to it, y'all. All right. Now, the moving day right here, this was the bottom with the moving day averages. And this basically would have been what we consider was, but the moving day averages crossed, and we came back and touched it again. And that's not good. This is uncharted territory. It's uncharted, family. This is uncharted territory right here. And look at these day candles. They're coming down. So once we break this area of resistance, once we break that, our next area is here. Wherever it's at. But once we break this one, the next one is this one. You're looking at 15,000. Looking at 15,000 here, y'all. If we break, once we break this one and get under this one, then our next area of support that is critical would be this one. This is the wherever we get here at is very critical that if we get here, we bounce and don't, because if we break it, our next area, no matter where it's at, our next area will be this line right here. I don't care if it's January, if we get here and we break this, especially if we break it, I'm gonna leave it alone. But just know if we break this and this when we get under here, this is our next area that we gotta watch. And if we break that one, we coming down. And this is when people really would be scared shitless. If Bitcoin get down to 15,000, under 14,000, everybody gonna sell. And that's when the whale's gonna come in and scoop it. Now it may not be exactly that, but this is the trajectory, family. And this is what we better look at. We better pay attention to it. With that being said, I thank y'all for watching, man. Y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up if you're interested in the class. Let's go to class, pay the $100. Look, when you look at the stock to flow tell you a lot. It's a lot of different things that you can look at. But the stock to flow give you hope. The stock to flow gives you hope that the bottom is near. But every time we've been this color in history, every time we've been that color in history, we go on a bull run. Every time it takes us to a bull run. Every time we've been this color. It's basically been the low. And from there, we always go up. Every time, y'all. So this gives me good news to let me know that we're close to the bottom. With that being said, man, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace. I love y'all. Oh, I do.